The big talk around the New York Islanders right now is trading for Jacob Chychrun, and in the process, shipping out Aatu Räty to the Arizona Coyotes. So as a guy who watches the Islanders prospects as closely as I do, am I okay trading away Aatu Räty? As you can tell, the voice is getting better. I feel much better, but I don't sound very good. I'm going to try to get through this without losing my voice. As always, hit that subscribe button. Don't miss a video. We're at 559, almost to 560, trying to get to 600 and beyond, but let's do it one step at a time. Also, go to Twitter, follow at @TLOMitch, just because sometimes I'll update stuff on Twitter before I'm able to update it here on the channel, so I just don't want you to miss anything. So to answer that question, let's start by looking at what he is exactly. What do the Islanders have in Aatu Räty? Well, we have to remember they lucked into him to begin with, right? He was not supposed to be available when they made their selection. That was not supposed to happen. He wasn't supposed to go first overall going into the 2021 draft like everyone thought he was a couple years before that. But to be available in the second half of the first round and maybe the very early second round, sure, that's probably where he should have gone. That's probably where he should have gone. My God, I can't even get my words straight. But to be available when the Islanders did should not have happened. So getting Aatu Räty was a stroke of luck for the Islanders. And a stroke of luck that paid off almost immediately, right? The second he was drafted, they started playing at the World Junior Summer Showcase, and he dominated. He was absolutely dominant, right? Then when he went back to Finland to play with Karpat, things didn't go very well after that. So that's when you're kind of like, okay, well, maybe the Islanders got what they deserved with that second round pick. Not so quick. We saw the evolution once he was moved to Ukraine, where he was able to play top 6 minutes on the power play and on the penalty kill. Once he became the player that he should be, or put in the role that he should have been put in, he flourished. So what is he now? Well, now he's a point per game player at the Liga level. And sure, Liga is not NHL, it's a couple rings below, but still with a point per game pace that he's on right now, not even pace, the fact that he is a point per game player right now at the Liga level projects at the NHL level to be a 27 point player. And you're like, cool, 27 points isn't a whole heck of a lot. Okay, fair, it's not a lot, 27 points at the NHL, but he's 19. He is 19 years old and he's playing against men. Right, like a lot of these kids that get drafted that put like these monster numbers are playing in junior levels, right, where they're playing against teenagers. While Aatu Räty is still playing against teenagers, he's also playing in a professional men's league with 25, 30, 35-year-old players, grizzled veterans that know how to play the game. And he's, I'm not going to say dominant, but he is doing incredibly well. So that's what the Islanders have in him. But then when you look at the prospect pool, you're going, he's easily one of the better prospects, if not the best prospect in the Islander system. Based off my rankings, he ranks currently, based off of NHLE, number 5. It goes Bellows, Iskakov, Koivula, Skarik, Räty. And you can probably argue that Bellows shouldn't be there. Fine, let's take him off. That means he's number 4. Skarik's a goalie. That's kind of voodoo. Take him out. Then he's number 3. Right, he's easily in the top 3 prospects for the Islanders. And he plays down the middle. While that in and of itself isn't necessarily important to the Islanders because they have Barzal, they have Nelson, they have Peugeot, and they have Cizikas to play down the middle. They have a guy that they can convert to the wing, and if they necessarily need to, or if they have to, they can put him down the middle. You're not converting a winger to center. You're putting a player who's already got that in his wheelhouse. So you have that flexibility and a top-end prospect to go with that, something the Islanders didn't have. Right? Pre-Aatu Räty, they did not have center depth in the prospect pool, and they didn't have really highly talented prospects. They got both of those in Aatu Räty. So by that argument, I don't want to trade Aatu Räty, right? He's a top-end prospect and a center prospect, and the Islanders never had either, so why move him now? Well, not really, right? The idea of a trade is you bring in more than you're sending out, or you're at the very least sending out equal value to get something back that you didn't have before. That's the point of making a trade. So the only way that I'd be okay with trading away Aatu Räty is if the Islanders are bringing in something that they desperately need, that they don't currently have. That's the only way. If they're bringing in Patrick Laine, fine. Fine. Why would I not be fine with that? You got a 30 to maybe even 40 goal scorer coming in at 23 years old. Yeah, I've seen Patrik Laine at the NHL level score bucket loads of goals. We know what he can do at the NHL level. And sadly, Aatu Räty isn't yet a known quantity at the NHL level. So you trade away the prospect of what he could be for the guarantee of what is. And Patrik Laine is a goal scorer. And last I checked, that's exactly what the Islanders need. But if the Islanders aren't making that type of trade, you do not in any way, shape, or form send out Aatu Räty. That is untouchable in the prospect pool unless you're bringing back someone of a Patrik Laine worth. That is it. That is all. That's where the line is. Anything below that, forget it. Pitchforks and torches if that happens. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lately, the talk. Yeah, bye. 1, 2, 3. Oh my God.